make it a little bit nasalier instead of slow, which kind of like doles itself out. Slow, oh. So you guys like instead of this it gets stuck. Yo, what's good, Tristans and Trist fam? Today I'm gonna be wearing a cute little crown because we're gonna be talking about Sister Queen James Charles and his cover of God Is a Woman. Now look, I wasn't even gonna talk about this cover. Look, I didn't know if I was going to talk about this cover because it's been controversial. I think people have been giving James like way too much of a hard time over this cover, and I think that's really unfair. But I did manage to catch him on Snapchat talking about the cover, and so that kind of made me feel like, okay, I think we should talk about this for a bunch of different reasons. But look, before we get started, be sure you check out my website, youcansinganything.com. I am a singing teacher. I do teach singing lessons online every single day. Also down in the description, links to my vlog channel, cover channel, Twitch, Discord. It's a singing Discord, by the way. We have a lot of different singing teachers on there and amazing singers, like singers who are way better than anything I could ever be. Be sure you check out that Discord. Also links to my Patreon down in the description. On that Patreon, you can have your singing reviewed in both video and written format, help you improve. Let's get started. We're gonna check out some of the things that James Charles has to say about his cover. He uploaded a Snapchat story responding to his haters and talking about his voice and stuff like that, which I think is interesting for a number of different reasons, and then we're going to take a listen to his cover.
What's even more funny to me is that people love leaving comments as if they're literally fucking Beyonce and that they're the best singer in the world, when they never are, and most of them cannot sing themselves. We all know that.
I'll give him that. That's true. It is kind of annoying, like when you do get a comment from somebody that is just saying a bunch of things that don't make any sense, and you know that they don't make sense. That's annoying. I'll give him that. That's super annoying, and he'd probably agree with me on this. It's also helpful. It's helpful when people leave comments and tell you things that you could improve, even if they're not correct, because it's a good way of knowing where you are, if that makes sense. Like, you can look at it and you can decide for yourself if it's valid criticism or not valid criticism. So I don't know. I agree and I disagree with James Charles on this.
Honestly, that cover was not live, it was pre-recorded, duh, just like everyone's covers always are.
Yeah, and he's right, by the way. Almost everyone's covers are pre-recorded. Like, he's right. That's a little bit of a YouTube secret for you. Almost everybody's covers on YouTube are pre-recorded. Most of the big channels, they pre-record it.
Leaves comments always saying this note was wrong, or this sounds bad, or that part was incorrect. Gotcha, actually, because it's not. I will let you in on the inside scoop. The industry standard program is called Melodyne, and it is very expensive, but I paid for it for my covers and for Flashback when we were releasing music still. And you can literally go in and correct every single note. So I'll give you the inside scoop. Despite what every single comment may think, there's not a single note in that cover that is wrong. Every single note is perfectly on pitch. There's one that's sharp or flat because I went in and corrected every single one. Now, my tone on a few of the notes may be a little bit off because...
Okay, so this is where I've got to stop Sister over here. Sister's being a little bit... What's the word? Just say it, bitch! Sister's being delusional as f***. And you know what? For a vocal coach, your pitch isn't very good either. Queen Cat! Look, everybody sings off notes. There's pitches off all the time with even the best singers in the world. It's so humbling when you listen to like Demi Lovato sing live and like she's nailing everything, and then all of a sudden there's like a slightly flat note. Does that mean that Demi Lovato doesn't have a great voice? No, it doesn't. Demi Lovato is amazing. But there's a flat note there, and it doesn't really, it doesn't matter because people are normal human beings and people make mistakes. Let's just listen to the cover. Let's just get started on the cover. We've spent too long not listening to the cover. Let's take a listen.
Not only did I want to do some glam for you guys, but I also felt like it'd be really, really fun, since this is inspired by Sister Ariana, to also do some sister singing. So, Ariana, sweetie, I'm sorry in advance once again, but let's jump right in. You love it how I move you love it how I touch you.
And James, sister, I have been trying to give advice. You know what? I'm snapping right now. I've been trying to help you out with these notes here for a long time now. And for you to come out and say that these notes are not even, that there's nothing wrong with them.
There's not a single note in that cover that is wrong. Every single note is perfectly on pitch. There's one that's sharp or flat.
I'm not saying that I'm perfect. You can go through all my videos just as well and point out all my flaws. And you could do that, and fine, whatever. Nobody's perfect. But this is something that I went to school for. That note, you, is very clearly flat, and it's flat because you're not allowing any nasal airflow to take place in this little section here. You, it's just getting stuck in your mouth. It's not even like, I I feel like, James Charles, you're treating that note like it's a high note for you, and it is not a high note for you. You can sing that note so much easier.
You love it.
And
I will move you. You love it how I touch you, my one. When all is said and done, you believe God is a woman, and
the next thing I need to say is this. I'm not an expert vocal producer or anything like that, but you're singing way too close to whatever the hell that thing is. I don't know if that's a mic. I don't know what that is, but you're singing too close to it, and we're hearing you go. And it just doesn't, that doesn't work. You gotta step away from that thing. And I know this because I've made those mistakes as well. And I'm not the best I'm not the best producer out there or anything like that. But I can hear that, and it's too much.
I feel it after midnight. A feeling that you can't fight, my one. It lingers when we're done.
And this isn't to say that James Charles doesn't have some good covers. I have talked about all of his covers that I think are amazing. But every once in a while something like this does happen, and if I'm just trying.
You believe God is a woman.
And James, those runs. Okay. Anybody that wants to learn how to do runs, my runs I think are okay. I'm good at knowing what is good about my voice and what's bad about my voice. I can do runs pretty decently.
I feel it after midnight. A feeling that you can't fight.
That run, you have to slow it down. You can't just can't fight my one and expect that that's gonna work. You have to know what the notes are that you're hitting. Otherwise, and the fact that you said that you went into Melodyne and there's no off notes just tells me that you're not paying attention to this stuff. And you think that anyone that's saying anything negative or comments about it is just being mean, but I'm not trying to be mean. Okay.
A feeling that you can't fight.
Can't find my. I think that's what you meant to do, and I know how to do that because the notes are can't find my. You slow it down. Can't find my one, or whatever the lyrics are. And this issue with these runs comes up a lot, and this is something that I've heard you nail these runs before, but
my one. Okay. It lingers when we're done. You believe God is a woman.
And you do this run a lot. Woman. Slow that down. Woman. You can get these things. That's what's frustrating to me. And it's also frustrating that you went on this Snapchat rant talking about how everything was perfect. I don't know why that's frustrating to me. Maybe. And again, let me just throw this out one more time. I'm not making this video because I'm perfect or anything that I do is perfect or that any of my singing is perfect. There's definitely tons of criticism that people can give about my singing, and they do. Trust me, they do. But that doesn't mean that there aren't things that could be fixed here.
I don't wanna waste no time, yeah. You ain't got a one-track mind, yeah.
This part isn't bad.
Have it anyway you like, yeah.
I don't mind this
part. I can
too
tell
much.
that you know I know how I want it. Ain't nobody else can relate.
Although I don't know what you're doing with your tongue. I just don't.
Boy, I like that you ain't afraid. So baby, lay me down and let's pray. I'm telling you the way I like it, how I want it.
I don't mind this part at all. This is decent.
And that can be all the things you're doing not to be.
This part isn't bad either.
When you try and cover me, I keep on flourishing. And he's the other verse when I'm in company. It's all in me. You love it how I move you. You love it how I touch you, my one. When all is said and done, you believe God is a woman, and I feel it after midnight. I feel that you can't fight my one.
I don't mind this right here.
You believe God is a woman.
But then that run comes in, and it almost it's so annoying how this happens. But you can have a pretty decent line and then do a run that is just I have so many friends that are like this. This is why it gets to me. I have so many friends. What?
How dare you?
Baby, not you, baby. I'm talking about Greg.
Baby.
You can have some amazing high notes. I know someone who could, you can have amazing high notes, everything amazing, but then have a run that's, oh, and then it just ruins everything that you did before. This is frustrating because this could have been such a good cover. This could have been a good cover.
I tell you all the things you should know. So baby, take my hand, save your soul. We can make it last, take it slow.
That was good.
I can tell that you know I know how I want it.
That was
You're
good.
different from the rest. And boy, if you confess, you might get blessed.
That was not bad too. Again, but the only thing that I want from you, sister, I just still want a little bit more nasal airflow and a little bit more presence in your voice, because your voice likes to
Last, take it.
love, take it. It just loves to go into this breathy thing and sort of like a doled out sound.
Slow.
Instead of the sound that you have, you could just do something different and make it pop. Like, make it a little bit nasalier instead of slow, which kind of like doles itself out. Slow, oh. See how it's like, instead of this, oh, it gets stuck. And I'm not saying that, and by the way, I know some people are I'm not saying that what I did was perfect, but what I'm saying is that James could just make an adjustment and it would sound so much better.
I can tell that you know I know how I want it, but you're different.
And right there, how I want it, you get stuck. How I want it. You can get a little bit more and just a little bit of that.
From the rest, and boy, if you confess, you might get blessed. See if you deserve what comes next. I'm telling you the way I like
But it's
it.
okay. This isn't bad.
And that can be all the things you're doing not to be.
This isn't bad.
When you try and cover me, I keep on flourishing. And he's the other verse when I'm in company. It's all in me,
You're getting it. He's getting it better here than it was at the beginning.
How I move you, you love it how I touch you, my one. When all is said and done, you believe God is a woman, and
I don't know if the voice lessons this is sort of an outdated idea, and I don't know if this is what James is being told or what, but there's this idea when in singing that you need to keep like a golf ball in the back of your throat. This is like an opera thing, because with opera, you kind of want that golf ball-y sound, and I feel like that's what he's doing for some reason.
God is a woman, and
That's what happens if I keep the golf ball in my throat. But you don't have to do that. Like that just prevents any of the sound from raising up and coming up a little bit higher into your nose and getting somewhat of a brighter, more present tone.
I feel it after midnight. I'm feeling that you can't fight my one.
And those runs, man. Sorry.
When we're done, you believe God is a woman, yeah.
Whoa. That ruins everything that you did that was good. It just ruins it. All the good stuff that you're doing with your voice, it doesn't, when you have that run that you haven't worked on, and it just, it makes everything else before it that was good not sound good, because people just hear that. The end of a phrase is what people hear and what they remember. If the end of the phrase, and I know this because I fuck up the end of phrases all the time. If you fuck up the end of your phrase, it doesn't matter how beautiful the rest of the phrase was. It'll sound, most people will come away from that with, that was weird.
God is a woman, yeah. God is a woman, when all is said and done, you believe God is a woman. You believe God. God is a woman. You believe God.
You're too close to the mic. I mean, it's impressive that you're able to get to those high notes, but you're too close to the mic, and it needs to be more nasally. Instead of you believe God.
When all is said and done, you believe God is a woman. You believe God. God is a woman. You believe God. And then guess when we're done, you believe God is a woman.
Okay. There were some really good parts in that. Oh my god, this shit is too hot. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. There were some good parts in that, and I'm afraid of uploading this. Sorry, James, I know that you're worried about people putting hate on your covers or like hate on your singing, but I'm trying to just help a little bit so that that hate doesn't keep coming so that you can fix a lot of the things that maybe people are upset about. I mean, I agree with you. I don't know why they get so upset or why they care so much, but unfortunately they do. And so there are things that I've been hearing in your voice ever since I started analyzing it that could be addressed and that could be fixed. You would just sound amazing, 10 times better if you just made some small adjustments in the way that you're singing. That's it. And that isn't to say that you don't have some good covers. I know you have a lot of really good covers, and I've definitely gotten into those covers. It's sad to me when when you upload that Snapchat story, I just got upset. It personally upset me because there are things that we could fix and that could be improved, and I just want to see that happen. Duh.
No, because you don't want him to get upset.
Because I don't want you to get upset. I don't want anyone to get upset. I don't want singers to be upset. Until next time, Tristans and Tristfam. Check out my website, youcansinganything.com. Like this video if you like this video. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell notification icon. Make sure you leave those hate comments down below. Peace.